Welcome to CRM Coach and welcome to HubSpot. In the next 16 minutes, I'm going to show you how to get your account set up the right way and close some deals instead of getting lost in all of the settings. There are a lot of settings in HubSpot, but let's make sure as a new rep or someone new to HubSpot or someone who's maybe been using HubSpot and you just want to make sure that you have the basics set up. These are the four main categories that we need to make sure are set up correctly. First of all, email integration. Let's go into settings and then general and then email. And so this is this area of HubSpot you'll go to a lot. You'll click up here. You'll click on profiles and preferences. And as you're starting out, it'll take you to general and then click on email. So right here, you can connect your email. It says personal email. It doesn't mean your actual personal separate from work email. It means, although you could connect that, it means your email account. Let's do that. Let's click the connect email and make sure to turn on inbox automation. This helps make sure that HubSpot's using its AI magic. It can pull in contact information from emails, and it can even suggest, like it says here, follow-up tasks based on that. So check the box unless you have a good reason not to, and let's connect your inbox. It'll detect who your email provider is. And so chances are this will work great for you and you can connect your email. All right, it's connected now and it's going to send a test email to make sure it works. And ta-da, your email is connected to HubSpot. You're going to want to download the extension and this is now done. If it doesn't work, you might have pop-up blockers installed and you want to turn those off. Going through what's most important first, we got your email done. A close second is your calendar. Let's go back to settings, click on the calendar tab, connect your calendar. I'm using Google, accept and connect, click continue, give it all the access, and we're done. Now that that's connected, it will sync. It'll log new meetings from your calendar, and you can also create meetings from within HubSpot. And next, before you start using this with potential clients, I would set up a dummy contact and use that to test the email sending and then test the calendar. Here's a quick example of how I would do that. So I'd add a new contact, add myself. But sometimes if you have other settings where emails to your own domain aren't logged, then you might have to use a Gmail or another account. But let's assume that's not the case. And I'll set up a test contact just enough that it has my email address. And I will send an email to myself. Testing. And I will click send and I'll make sure that comes through. Let's test clicking schedule a meeting right here with my own test record and try selecting that. Picking a time and kick that off and make sure that shows up on your calendar. Scrolling down the timeline, we can see the email that I sent to myself and I can see it over my inbox. So that worked great. That means that that's for sure working. And then let's scroll down to the meetings and we can see the meeting we scheduled as a test. And then I can also see it over in my calendar. And now the essentials of your email and calendar syncing are complete. Next up, some quick profile personalization. So let's go back into profile and preferences and make sure you have a photo in there. Make sure you choose something with a natural light and a friendly smile. Let's crop it and click save. Next, let's make sure we have our email signature set up. So also general email, manage email signatures. So let's paste our signature in here. I have an HTML one that my team has given me. So in my case, I'll click HTML, paste my email signature in there, and save it. All right, your profile is updated. Next up, let's do some notification management. We want to make sure to turn on the things that matter and turn off the things that don't matter. So let's turn on the money makers. Make sure that when a contact or lead is assigned to you, that you're getting notified of that. All of your notifications over, again, in your settings, click on your top right, click on profiles and preferences, and then click on notifications. I would recommend starting out with as many notifications as you think you can handle because this stuff will make you money and it will keep you working within HubSpot. A lot of this will be relevant to you, but as time goes on, you'll find out that some of this maybe doesn't. And let's start by making sure that we allow browser notifications. I'm going to click up here, click allow for this site. And now HubSpot can send me notifications within my browser. But the main thing to check is that when a contact or a lead is assigned to you, are you going to get notified via email? So let's check and make sure that's the case. So I'd recommend making sure all these are turned on, and then let's search for the word contact and look for contact assigned to you. There it is. When a contact is assigned to you, let's make sure that we get the bell and we get an email, and I'm going to say I want the browser notification too, and I'm going to hit save. Next, when you have email open or click tracking on, this is something that if you're more of a role where you're doing a lot of volume and you're living in HubSpot and you're ready to call, I would have this one turned on. Back in settings, let's make sure the email is set up like we want it. So let's search for the word email, scroll down to the email section. So right now, when an email is clicked, if you have the tracking turned on for a link click, then you'll get notified in the browser, or at least my setting right here says I'll get notified in the browser. And that's good. But I think if I'm in HubSpot, you can get notifications in HubSpot. It'll pop up in HubSpot. And I'm going to say yes. If someone clicks, it might be worth me, reminding me of something, or it might make sense for me to give them a call, right? And then let's make sure also opens. So when someone opens the email, this can get really overwhelming. This is one I maybe wouldn't even recommend that you turn this on unless you're not sending a lot of email through HubSpot where you have tracking turned on. That could be worth just seeing if you find it helpful. But email open tracking is become less and less accurate over time. It may give you a lot of noise, but you can try it out. If a deal moves stages, let's go over back to our settings for notifications and search for deal. And when a deal you own or follow moves to a new stage, let's get notified of that. I'm just going to check email. And then when a deal is assigned to you, check this one as well. And I would check everything for that. When a deal gets assigned to you, let's make sure we're for sure seeing that right away. And task reminders. One of the best things about tracking your sales activities, your life in HubSpot as a rep, you're new to HubSpot, is moving everything away from spreadsheets and sticky notes and other tracking software and other types of task management and anything that's related to a sales opportunity or a prospecting opportunity, to make sure that you have your tasks for that in HubSpot. That is one of the best things you can do to reducing your sales cycle time and increasing closed deals. So let's search for the word tasks, go down to the tasks section, and when a task is due, get notified when a task is due, if you set a reminder, and let's make sure everything is checked for that one. Click save. And again, as you feel like maybe there's too much noise, you get notified too many times for things, you can come back in here, go to notifications, search for the type of object in HubSpot, whether it's contacts or deals, the kinds of things you feel like you're getting too many notifications of, search for it and uncheck it as you feel necessary. Let's turn off any notifications that you don't find useful. You feel like you're getting too many of them, but certain things, do not turn them off. When you get assigned a contact, when you get assigned a deal, there's certain things that you want to make sure that you're on top of those, because the goal of HubSpot is to try to show you things that are relevant and that will help you do your job. And it's not just some clunky tool that you have to use and that you've got to jump through lots of hoops to use it. This is something that will make you more effective. Speaking of effectiveness, let's do a workspace tour. So let's go through some of the basics of HubSpot, give you a quick overview. Day one, HubSpot, what's most important. Let's start at some quick landmarks. Now in HubSpot, the search bar at the top is prominently placed because you'll want to use this all the time. You can search for text that happens within a note. You can search for contacts, companies, or deals. You can filter it down. HubSpot has an excellent search function. It's quick, and almost anytime you're looking for any person, any contact name, any deal information, the first place to go is the search bar. Next is the notification bell. So check your notifications right here. You'll see if you're doing imports or exports, if you're getting tagged from other team members, you'll see the notifications here. Next is that gear icon. So previously we clicked on our name and clicked on profile and preferences, which is one way to get here to settings. Another way to get here is click the settings gear, the gear icon here at the top. You'll want to click around here and become familiar with the settings that are available to you. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me or your HubSpot person at your company. Where the rubber really meets the road with HubSpot is this left rail nav, the main nav, that's what I call it. And the HubSpot's changed this several times in just the past few years, but you have your essential sections. And it's good to get familiar with these. If you're not seeing it where it looks like this, make sure to expand the navigation. So you're going to click down here in the bottom left and expand the navigation. That way, especially day one, you want to see what those icons mean, that this is this little address book icon, that's the CRM. And so when you get more familiar with HubSpot, you can save a little screen real estate and collapse it. If you're following along, here's one thing to do with me right now is click on bookmarks, and you'll see that right now in my test, I don't have any bookmarks. So this is the best way to make sure you're not getting lost with, 10 different things that you'll almost never use. So for this setup item, I want you to pick your top 3 sections of HubSpot that you know that you need to go to. And one of them is almost for sure as a rep, it's going to be contacts. So let's bookmark contacts, and let's bookmark deals, and let's bookmark reports. To do that, let's start with clicking on CRM and then hover over contacts and bookmark contacts. And let's bookmark deals. And then a lot of you will be involved with reporting. And so then let's bookmark dashboards. So now when you go over to the left, you'll see bookmarks, and there's the 3 that you use the most often. That's the 80-20 of HubSpot, the 20, and for some of you, it's probably more like the 5% of HubSpot that you'll use 95% of the time. Put it in your bookmarks, and that makes it easy to get to. Next, the sales power features, meetings. If you don't already have another meetings tool, using the HubSpot's meetings tool is recommended. Under sales and meetings, you can create a scheduling page, have someone from your company help you create this. That way you can have people book directly on your calendar, and it's automatically integrated with HubSpot. And one of the nice things by using HubSpot's scheduling tool instead of another one is that you can report easily on how this is performing and pull up lists of contacts that have come through your scheduling link, etc. Next is sequences. And I put this on day 1, but it's really for day 3. You click on sales, then sequences, and here you can set up a list of tasks or a cadence is the word I like for this. You can set up a sequence or a cadence for outreach to past clients, for current clients, for prospecting. Prospecting is probably where I see this most commonly used. So just as a teaser for something that's coming, I wouldn't try to set all this up day 1, but just know that if you're on Sales Pro or Sales Enterprise and HubSpot, because this is one of the parts of HubSpot that's seat-based, getting sequences set up, maybe pick the one thing that requires multiple steps to be able to accomplish an end goal, booking a meeting, reaching out to prospects. Sequences are an excellent part of HubSpot, but it's not a day 1 thing. So let's keep moving on and look at the activity feed. So over in the activity feed, to get there, you're going to click on sales, click on activity feed. This might be one to bookmark, and you can see the email that I sent as a test to myself right here while recording this video. Another thing that I would recommend doing is installing the HubSpot sales extension for Chrome. Here we are all set up with that extension. So play around a little bit with that sales extension. Try opening up email in Outlook or Gmail, and you can see the features that adds in your email. Play around with the Sales Everywhere feature. It's a good thing to start just playing around with day 1, get it installed, and let's keep moving along. Save some bookmarks both in your browser and also from within HubSpot. Lastly, an overview to make sure you kind of understand HubSpot big picture. Visit each main area once. Remember, you can expand and contract the left side. And in deals, make sure that you see the option to to view the list view or view the Kanban board view, the visual view, the list view, or the board view. Try searching, search for a dummy contact. I added myself here in HubSpot. You can see there, just test using the search function at the top. And you should feel like you are 10 times better at HubSpot already. And as a victory lap, what we've covered is we've got your email and calendar synced, we've got your notifications dialed in, we've got your profile set up and a headshot uploaded, and we've got a little bit of muscle memory set on the navigation for HubSpot. Next up, we got to make sure that all your contacts are added into HubSpot, that you're going to build out your meetings link, maybe your sequences. With all this done, stuff is syncing automatically. Your emails and calendar are connected, so there's no more double work. Your profile looks professional. You went from maybe an overwhelmed newbie to now HubSpot's working for you, not against you. And for the next video in this series, Sales Rep Mastery, click onto the next video and we'll work on turning you into a HubSpot power user. If you have any questions, I'm here to help.